In the affluent neighborhood of Pleasant Grove, Utah, the MacNeill family seemed to have it all. Dr. Martin MacNeill was a successful physician and lawyer. His wife, Michele MacNeill, was a former beauty queen, a loving mother of 8 children, and deeply religious. To outsiders, their lives appeared idyllic. But underneath the surface, a sinister plot was unfolding. On April 11, 2007, 50-year-old Michele was found dead in the bathtub of her home. Just 8 days earlier, Martin had insisted that Michele undergo cosmetic surgery. Though she was reluctant, she eventually agreed, believing it would please her husband. After her surgery, Michele appeared to be recovering well, though she had been prescribed a cocktail of medications. On the morning of her death, Martin claimed he had helped Michele bathe, left briefly to drop off their daughter, and returned to find her unconscious in the tub. He called 911, but emergency responders found Michele already dead. Her death was initially ruled as natural, caused by heart problems related to her recent surgery. But Michele's daughter Alexis, a medical student at the time, was suspicious. Before her mother's death, Michele had told Alexis that Martin was pushing her to take too many medications, and that she feared he was trying to harm her. Alexis began to dig into her father's actions and quickly uncovered troubling details. Shortly after Michele's death, Martin moved a woman named Gypsy Willis into the home under the guise of being a nanny. It was soon revealed that Martin had been having an affair with Gypsy, and that they had been exchanging romantic emails even while Michele was alive. The timing of Gypsy's arrival and Martin's strange behavior after Michele's death raised even more red flags. Digging further, Alexis and her siblings discovered that Martin had a history of fraud. He had stolen identities, faked credentials, and even spent time in jail years earlier under a false name. The picture of a charming doctor and family man began to disintegrate. With mounting evidence, the family pushed authorities to reopen the case. In 2010, the investigation into Michele's death was officially reopened. Forensic experts reanalyzed the toxicology report and determined that the combination of drugs in her system, including Valium, Percocet, and Ambien, could have been lethal. They also found inconsistencies in Martin's story and in the timeline he provided. In 2012, Martin MacNeill was arrested and charged with the murder of his wife. The prosecution argued that he had drugged Michele to make her death look like an accident, clearing the way for him to be with his mistress. The defense maintained that Michele died from natural causes related to her surgery. During the trial, Gypsy Willis took the stand and admitted to the affair, but denied any involvement in Michele's death. Several of Martin's children testified against him, sharing their mother's fears and the disturbing behavior they had witnessed after her death. In November 2013, Martin MacNeill was found guilty of first-degree murder. The verdict brought a measure of relief to the MacNeill children, who had fought for years to prove that their mother's death was not an accident. Martin was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. But justice was short-lived. In April 2017, Martin MacNeill was found dead in his prison cell from an apparent suicide. He had hanged himself,